Podcast with your hosts, Mark Warren and Tracy.
You know what you can win? Tickets to a live filming of Power Hour Podcast. Welcome back, Mark. How we doing?
I'm good. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous. I don't know. My goal was to surprise you with that, so I don't know if it'll be usable. But
You did, and I think it will be usable. I was just adjusting my microphone a little bit. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a short 2 weeks, it feels. We were talking about
It has. We are technically a day shorter than our typical hiatus, where of course we do not speak to each other at all.
Zero communication.
Radio silence. But it feels like we never even left, buddy.
I've been sitting here the whole time. 2 weeks straight, just sitting here. Never left.
That can't be healthy. That can't be healthy for you, Mark. We got to get you out of that room.
But Tracy, today is Monday. We're recording it September 23rd. And today is the first day of fall. So I'm wearing a sweater. Today's the 22nd. Today's the first day of fall. I'm wearing a sweater. I got a football. What better than the hair?
Happy fall, Mark. Do you like fall? That's your favorite season.
Fall's my favorite season. I love fall. It is. I walked outside today and I was like, "Ooh, it's a little chilly." Ooh, it's a little chilly.
Ooh, it's my favorite season. I can feel it.
You know, it's always funny because, I'm thinking right now, and I go 64 degrees, which is what it was this morning. Not a cold, but when you're coming from like 80s and 90s, 64 degrees feels like about negative 10 degrees on your body.
Yeah, my fingers have been icicles. My joints are creaking. I have bad hinges in general, but
I do too.
It does feel cold.
They sell supplements for dogs for joints. Maybe we could start taking that. See how crazy we feel.
If it's good enough for a dog, it's good enough for me. And
You've always said that.
I've oft said that.
But yeah, it's nice. I got to wear a sweater outside today, and I wasn't dying, which is maybe a first for 3-4 months. So how's fall?
You doing sweater and pants or sweater and shorts? Are you full sweater pants mode, or are you still doing the transitional sweater shorts mode?
When I was outside, I left. I walked to a coffee shop this morning, and it was still cooler, so I did a sweater and jeans. Now I'm in sweater and shorts because I'm back home. It's gotten warm again in the apartment, but I did not change out of the sweater.
You keep your domicile brisk.
I try my best. I try to keep it brisk. It's nice. I'm able to keep windows open now because it's not a billion degrees outside, and so I'm not running my air conditioner as much. I do have my air conditioner on right now, but I like to keep it cold. Me and you we're the same, which is why we live together well. We like a cold room.
Frigid.
We kept it icy.
Yeah, I do like it cold. It's the best way to sleep.
It is.
It's the only way to sleep, really. I can't sleep. If it's 70 or above, I'm not sleeping.
Well, because the best part is if it's cold, then you can really layer blankets. And I love multiple blankets on, And you're able to really you're just able to warm up in there.
So I cannot tell you how many times I came out. I saw you 5 blankets at least on top of you,
5, 6.
Shawl around you, hot cup of tea.
Hot cup of tea in one hand, hot cup of cocoa in the other.
I'd care that, and I'd say, Mark, that's too many drinks, and you'd say, get me another. It's not enough.
Tracy, as we're sitting here though, some people online think tomorrow is gonna be what's it called?
The rapture.
The rapture. I like that word, the rapture. And so when people are watching this, it might be post rapture. You think you'd get raptured?
This could be our last pre-rapture episode. Are you asking if I think what my chances are?
Would you get raptured? Would you go up? You think?
Are you asking do I think I will, or if I have a choice?
Do you think you will? Do you think they'll pick you?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think they let my people, my team,
people with mustaches.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they let. I don't think mustaches are allowed in heaven. I'm not sure. What about you? Do you think you'll be here tomorrow?
My biggest worry is that I accidentally get raptured. There's a clerical error, and they accidentally take me up. Because I feel like if it is true, the people getting up there, they're not fun people to be around.
I mean, yeah. If we're taking it in the most critical, or I don't know what the right word is, the strictest sense. I think only the top 1% of the well-behaved, according to their little rule book, get up there.
Here's something I didn't know. I thought the Rapture was like a long time thing. The idea of the Rapture's only been around for the past like 200 or 300 years.
Did really? I thought that was some OG stuff.
I thought that was too, but I was watching some videos.
Day one.
Because I'm one of those people where if I start to hear about the world ending, I do get really scared that it's actually going to end. I'm like, oh God, what if it's true? What if they're not the crazy ones?
I mean, yeah, all it takes is for them to be right once.
Uh-huh.
And then we're done.
But like I do like sometimes I'll like genuinely scare myself. So then I look at videos and I'm like, okay, is this actually going to happen? And a lot of people said that it's actually like a newer concept, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think when the world ends, I don't think we're gonna know. I don't think we're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be next Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a prediction. I think it's gonna be like a meteor or nukes.
Yeah, I mean, if I was alive for it, I probably would have fallen for Y2K. I do believe that. I think you would have too. Okay. I think I would have though. I think I would have fallen for numbers are scary. Anything based on math, I'm probably gonna be.
Well, and it's like Y2K. It was like they're like the computers are all gonna crash because they don't know what to do when we get out of a 19 year. You know, like it's first time in 1,000 years, and so that makes sense to me. I don't know computers. I don't know most things. You know, we're talking about the Rapture. We don't know anything about anything. By the way, don't take us as serious sources, but I would believe that if I would believe computers, you could tell me that every year and I'd believe it. They can't handle the 2.6 at the end of 2026. Computers can't do it.
Well, I mean, I just think about how long it takes me to catch up to writing down a new year, and I imagine that I'm roughly as smart as a computer. So you know.
Tracy, do you have a Don't Even Get Me Started this week?
Mark, you already know I do. Come on.
I do.
It wouldn't be a power hour if I didn't. Don't even get... What, Mark? What?
I was going to ask what it was. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. That was a lot of energy. I was just excited to share with you. Can I share now?
Yeah.
Hey, come on. Don't be like that. Come on. We're having a good time. Come on.
Hey, we're having fun here.
Come on. Don't even get me started on the ratio of these so-called variety bags of candy at the dollar store. Now listen, I'll admit before I get into this that my data could be slightly skewed because I do buy an exponentially larger amount of these standard size multi-flavor packs of candy from the dollar store because it's next to the movie theater and, you know, it's not illegal, okay? There's not a sign that says I can't do it, therefore I can do it. Anyway, point is, I buy a lot of these bags of candy, and I'm noticing a really disturbing trend. I'm going to give you an example. Mamba straws. Ever had them?
No, certainly not.
Well, they're delicious. Anyway, point is, the bag was supposed to have 3 different flavors. They sort of look like snakes, but they're delicious, unlike snakes. I don't know. I've never had snake. Maybe worth a power hour investigation.
I've had alligator.
I've heard that alligator is good.
I liked it.
I don't think I would eat it. I'm not a big fan of reptiles.
Can we do an exotic meat hour?
Absolutely, we can. Is it too late to switch this episode?
What do you think your favorite exotic meat would be? Kangaroo or an eagle?
Oh, probably a bald eagle.
I don't even eat those things.
Nope, that's why they taste the best. But anyway, we digress. The bag was supposed to have 3 different flavors: strawberry, mango, banana. You ready for these numbers? Mm-hmm. I'm talking 2 strawberry, 6 banana, 0 mango.
What? Mango's the best flavor.
Exactly. Disturbing numbers. I've seen this replicated a bunch of times and I'm confused why. It's presumably the same candy going to the Dollar Tree. I don't think that they go, oh, those are the dollar ones. Just chuck whatever in there. Mm-hmm. I don't think that they do that. Also, $1.25 tree to be exact, but that's a whole other podcast. Listen, I don't understand if you're going to offer a range of flavors, I need to have at least one of that flavor. That should be the bare minimum. Mm-hmm. But we need to have some equality in the flavors. You know what I'm talking about? You ever get the High Chew bag at Costco?
I never get it at Costco, but I have a bag of High Chews right now in my pantry.
And I guarantee whatever the flavor ratio it's sporting, abysmal. I bet they gave you 100 mangoes compared to every other flavor.
Oh, but the mangoes are my favorite ones. I actually got the Halloween one, so it's like candy apple and blue raspberry and mystery.
Oh, what's the mystery?
The mystery, okay, I haven't pinpointed it down yet, but it's some kind of citrus, cream, vanilla. We're in that realm.
Maybe like a creamsicle, maybe?
Maybe it is creamsicle. I'll investigate and report back.
Yeah,
we're trying to figure it out.
On the mystery flavor hour, but on the what's that taste hour. But anyway, I'm just frustrated with the ratio of flavors. You know, I want to get if I get a full spectrum, I want to taste it all. You know,
and it's the same thing when you get those like big boxes of like little bags of chips, and they'll tell you on the package how much is in what, but it's like, don't give me the most worst flavor. It's like you're giving me 20 friggin' things of Fritos, and I like Fritos. I'm a Fritos guy, but I don't want 20 things of Fritos. All right. Give me some more barbecue. Give me some more sour cream and onion. Maybe throw in a Ruffle.
Yeah, that's what's so frustrating about it, is that presumably it's all the same product. You're making the same product and you're just packaging it in different ways. You're not like, oh, we have a million banana Mambo straws, so let's just make the dollar packs of them. No, you are deciding how many are made. Why are you not making smarter, more equal decisions?
Yeah, but maybe we're just skewed. Maybe we like the unpopular ones.
See, that's what I've thought too. Maybe I'm wrong, because again, with the mango high chews, I noticed every bag of high chews has like barely any grape and strawberry, which are my favorite, and tons of green apple and mango.
Hey, send all your mango this way, buddy. All right, I'm a mango fiend.
Hey, will do. I'm gonna send you loose sacks of candy.
My favorite thing was when we lived together. I would eat a lot of trail mix, but I didn't like the almonds, and so we would be sitting on a desk next to each other, and I would just take an almond and slide it over to you.
And I'd eat it every time. I love a good almond. I love almonds.
Wow, no, but I do agree. I think snacks need to get more equal, and I think society as a whole needs to get more equal. Yeah,
but we need to start with the snacks.
Sorry, I was hoping for applause.
Everybody knows a good republic is built on snacks.
Tracy, if you don't mind, I've got it. Don't even get me started.
Carry on, my friend.
Don't even get me started. We do a lot of car ones. We do a lot of driving ones. And it's wide ranging. People that drive in roundabouts, people, truckers, which I don't hate. I got beef with one guy. I don't know anything about this man, but he did have Idaho plates, and so I think he might have been a hit. I think it might have been a hit out on me from someone in Idaho. So I don't know if you've ever been in a 2-lane roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's a roundabout I drive quite frequently, and it's 1 lane going east to west and 2 lanes going north to south.
Okay.
I'm going from the east side to the west side. I'm going straight across. But there's 2 lanes coming in north to me, to my right. Okay? I'm driving through and I'm trying to take this exit, and this guy fully cuts me off. And not only, it would be one thing if I was back here. My car, we almost hit. And I bang, 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 just hitting my horn. Doesn't even look at me.
Coward.
And it's like, if you're gonna do that, look me in the eyes. Look at the life you almost took. I get we were going 5 miles an hour in a roundabout, and the worst would have been our car scraped. But look at me in the eyes. Look at me, Tracy. Imagine you kill this face. Imagine this is the last face you see.
It would be a lot more effort to do this podcast, that's for sure. But
but it's like, you got. Here's the rule of driving: when in doubt, wait.
Yeah.
When in doubt, let other people go.
That's typically my rule, because I've reached a point where I'm like, no matter what, the time I save by just going is going to be a lot more insignificant than the time I would have to spend fixing whatever problem could possibly happen from me just going when I'm not supposed to. But so hold on, let me clarify. You're already in.
I'm in the roundabout and I'm about to exit. I'm about to take the exit, and he pulls in right as I'm about to exit.
And he is before the exit?
Yeah. He pulls in kind of like how it works is it's just kind of like as you pull in from the north, you go right past the exit. There was no way I had to fully slam on my brakes in the roundabout. If you're having to stop in a roundabout for anything besides a pedestrian, you're doing it wrong. Not me.
Yeah,
someone else is wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I love a good roundabout, but people gotta know how to use it, and they just don't.
Same thing with 4-way stops. Roundabouts and 4-way stops can be so wonderful. But you gotta understand.
I prefer a roundabout to a 4-way stop, if I'm honest, because it keeps everybody moving. I enjoy that. 2-lane roundabouts are confused. Like, once you start adding multiple lanes, I'll admit I do get a little confused by those.
And that's fair. I'm used to them because where I live, there is around about every 5 feet is what you're looking at. It's quite frequent.
The city that never stops.
And so there's a lot of like 2-lane roundabouts that I'm driving, and so like I get them now. But no, they are confusing, and so I try to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. He's probably not from here. He had Idaho plates. Probably doesn't understand how roundabouts work. Probably doesn't understand how the alphabet works, right? Because he is from Idaho. That's a zing. That's pretty low. Bang, 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 right?
It's pretty low in education, so I would put it past him.
And to all of our Idaho listeners, I love you guys. I'm from there. I can make those jokes.
I'm reporting live from the Idaho office right now. I'm not from here, though. I went to a state that was higher in education for most of it. Except for high school, where it starts to matter. And then
and then you met me, and it just went downhill.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. We weren't learning anything together anyway, no matter where we were.
It was, obviously we just did it, but it is kind of crazy that teachers did let us sit next to each other. Because we're both really good academically until we're right here with each other. And then there's no attention's paid to what's happening.
See, but that was the problem we never gave anyone an excuse to separate us. Like, they had no legal basis for it because all of our work was done. We had straight A's. So
and we made the
what's
teachers
the reason
laugh.
For separating?
A lot of people don't know this, is you can be annoying, but if you can make the teacher laugh, you're not going to get in trouble.
We caused classes to be entire weeks behind their schedule and curriculum and their other classes. But they didn't care because, you just got to add that little zing to it just for them.
Tracy, a few weeks ago, the Emmys happened, and we're both big TV people. And so I know we both had thoughts on it that we shared with each other, but I'm sure we have thoughts that we haven't shared with each other yet. I've specifically not texted you about some of this stuff. And so I've got thoughts. I know you have thoughts I would love to hear. And I've got a list, but
well, go ahead, get into your list. I don't have a list. I got a million thoughts going on in here.
Severance fans need to chill out. Online, Severance is a wonderful show. It is one of my favorite shows of all time. It lost best drama series, whatever. It won 8 categories. Multiple,
pretty much everything.
Multiple major categories. And it lost to The Pit, which I haven't watched, but I've heard it's a great show. I'm not a big medical drama guy, but that's great. It's great that things can win. Severance fan, just chill. It's okay.
Yeah.
Awards aren't everything.
Yeah, it's sort of. And that's sort of the I don't know, downside of these award shows in general is that they never make sense. It's all meaningless. It's what an honor, but it is all meaningless because all of this is so subjective.
Yeah.
And whatever. And if Severance was the best drama series to you, then that was your best drama series. It won it for you. And it won the marquee. And that's all that matters. All that matters.
I would have been happy for the people that made Severance, but my life is no different if Severance won or lost. I saw that last night. I was like, oh, man. And then I lived the rest of my life because I am an adult who has things to do,
Well, I not to contradict everything that I just said and that also you just said, but I just had a little thought. I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking, there's probably a lot of people like me who don't really care about a lot of, competitive sports or things like that. I care about exactly one basketball team, and that's about it. But so a lot of my other competitive energy does, kind of go to these things, and in a way, I can see how a show could sort of be a team for you in a way. And I do, I see, especially with Stan Twitter and all of these things, people do sort of see it that way. And I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. Again, you take that same energy and look at sports. That's what people are doing. Your team lost. Does it really affect you? No, it more so affects the people involved than anyone else. But it's fun to get awards.
Now you've put that in my line of sight. The Giants lost pretty bad last night, and I was in such a bad mood the rest of the night. Because I was just so upset at the team. So, you know what? You put that, and okay, Severance fans, you guys win. You guys got me. Hands up in the air.
You win. But I don't know. I think, I guess that's just sort of how I am thinking about it as of 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. And I do think overall I have an issue with Stan Twitter and Stan culture. I think it's...
100%, yeah.
And I think even with, I think a lot of dude bros aren't gonna like this, but sports is primarily stan culture. But that's not good across the board. If you put all of your personality and life into one thing, you're not doing it right.
I agree. I think that's funny. Yeah, I mean, sports culture and sports fan thing is just stan culture before the word existed, but I think it's fine to have hobbies and be invested in that, but it's not okay to have an obsession. And I think where I still stand with you on your earlier point is when it actively attacks somebody else, then it's like, okay, because all of these people are like, the pit doesn't deserve it, but all of these people worked on it, and it was still a labor of love for all of these people, and it's absolutely deserving. So
I think that's where it gets into another territory. And I'll admit, sometimes I'm not the nicest to people who like teams I don't like in sports, and so I'm going to put that to the side and talk just about TV here. But it's like, the people on the pit worked very hard, created a very well-received and well-liked show, and they're doing it again right after. Something that Severance can't say. Right? The pit is making another season, they're in post-production of season 2. Yeah. And it's been on air for less than a year, and Severance is 5 years in with 2 seasons. And so, if you're looking at it from a pure technical standpoint,
we're just looking at the numbers here.
The pit it's a widely impressive show, and it's one of those shows that has shifted the medical genre as a whole, the medical genre that is been done a billion times. It's reinvented that, and that's very cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen the show. I do really want to watch it, especially after seeing how it performed with everything. But that is sort of what I've heard from people who have watched it. Recent caller, Kayla, had seen it, and she said that it didn't feel like all of those other medical dramas that had been done, because she also doesn't like those. I don't like those. I don't think you said you don't like those very much. But she said it felt very different because of the concept that I didn't even know was the concept that it all takes place over one shift.
That's very cool.
The entire season is meant to be... Well, season 2 is meant to be 1 8-hour shift in the emergency room over 4th of July. I saw that, and I'm excited for that concept. And I think the season 1 is either the same thing or it's 2 shifts, something like that. Which is a really cool idea that makes me want to watch it more.
And so, also, a round of applause for the people that work in emergency rooms, right? Let's give them a round of applause. Go ahead, give them a round of applause.
I can't
Underfunded.
Yeah.
And we are accepting donations because of the great stance that we just took. And they're not going to the ER staff; they're going right to us.
Yeah, right? You can donate to us so that we can continue to support them through our words. So that
Christine Milioti is she won. I've seen a few episodes of The Penguin, but I've loved her in other things, and I'm just glad she got some recognition, because she's wonderful in the bits I've seen of that show and in so many other things.
I didn't know you hadn't finished The Penguin. I can't believe that about this guy. He loved the Batman. He didn't finish the Penguin.
And I loved the first episodes that I watched. It was just one of those shows where it was coming out when 2 other shows were coming out. And the other shows just kind of caught me first. And so I'm in a little bit of a limbo. I'm now watching Peacemaker as it comes out live. And so I'm in one of those limbos where I don't have a show to binge.
I gotta do Peacemaker. Penguin was fantastic. She was incredible in it. I'm so glad she won. I forgot who else she was up against. I hadn't seen a lot of the other limited series mentioned or that were nominated, except for Adolescence, which I loved and is one of the most technically impressive things that I've ever seen. But it's also just so good and entertaining, and I was very, very happy that so many people from that one, especially a 15-year-old winning an Emmy, is insane and so awesome.
Yeah, I think we've talked about Adolescence before, just because of the technical, ability of them shooting it all in one take. Yeah. But yeah, it's so cool that a 15, and it doesn't make me feel bad or jealous at all as a 22-year-old who hasn't won any Emmys. I don't feel any anger towards him, right? I feel very normal about that.
I'm having very normal feelings about this news.
No, it's really cool that, some younger people are winning. And the bits I've seen of his performance in that, it is well-deserved that he won. It's not like they just gave it to him to generate press. It was a really wonderful performance.
And the story, too, especially, it feels very timely. and important. And Stephen Graham, I believe, is who plays the father, and I didn't realize he also wrote and directed, I think.
Yeah, he won writing for Limited or Anthology.
Yes. Was not super familiar with him before, but after seeing especially his speech, I want to see everything that he's in. He seems like such a genuine, like really down-to-earth guy, especially, which is hard to do. Well, I guess it's easy to do compared to a lot of the people who are on that stage that night. But he does just seem very. And I just like him. I'm attracted to his personality. I want to watch more things with him.
I thought it was, it was the only show that could have won this category, but Stephen Colbert winning best talk show, whatever. Only show that could have won. It's not my favorite late night talk show, but like it would have been really odd for that show not to have won given the circumstances. And then obviously a few days later, everything that happened with Jimmy Kimmel has happened. And great news, Jimmy Kimmel's back. We are Jimmy Kimmel.
We're back. So you hear that, Jimmy? Now that you're back, if you're looking for new people, maybe they jump ship after you got canceled. Maybe they already booked something else. We're available.
You can come be the third host.
If you're sticking around, or if they take it away from you again next week, you can come over here. We'll let you know. Let's just keep these communication lines open. Is what I'm trying to say.
Britt Lauer winning for her performance in Severance was awesome. Tremel Tillman winning, much deserved. I love Britt Lauer's speech where she had a little reference to Severance on her acceptance speech. That made me that was just a fun little thing to see.
Yeah, I loved that. I'm so glad that she won, and I loved that Tremel Tillman won. I loved his speech. I thought it was. I love seeing gay folk win. I do. I just love to see it. Speaking of Hannah Einbinder, love her. So happy she won for Hacks. Love Hacks in general.
I think Adam Scott should have won. Obviously, I've not seen The Pit and Noah Wiles won. But I think Adam Scott's performance in Severance, especially in the final episode of season 2 that I'm not going to explain, but the first bit of that episode, I think, should have won him an Emmy for that. But, I don't care. I said it before. I don't care. I don't care if my guy loses, Who even cares?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I do. I was surprised as well that the finale did not earn him the award, but again, I haven't seen The Pit. I have no basis for comparison. I'm sure this other guy was incredible. But I was surprised to see that, but it more so made me think, man, I really got to watch Pit instead of, man, this Pit show sucks.
Yeah, it's like, it is what it is. That's a tough part about award shows is you see all this dialogue and, oh, this person should have won, this person should have won, this person got snubbed. You probably haven't seen everything.
I mean, especially with all the stuff that came out about the Motion Picture Academy not even watching all the stuff. I guarantee most of the Emmy voters didn't even watch most of this stuff anyway. And honestly, who could blame them? That's a lot of TV, but it is kind of your job. So I do blame you just a little bit. And the studio too won like everything. I know you hadn't finished that one yet, but I that one was really good, and it's fun to see a show in its first season do so well.
Yeah, and I feel like that's pretty rare. I think this is gonna make me sound anti-woke, and it's not how I'm coming at it. But I think there's been a real dip in television comedy. There's obviously been a few things holding it up, but it's so great to see just like some pure TV comedy back and being popular, and just like a lot of it. There's a lot of really great comedies out there. And so
yeah, I don't think that sounds anti-woke.
Yeah, but
I see what you're saying. But I think the line there is people that say that and mean it in that way think that comedy is only possible if you're making fun of someone or demeaning a group of people or something like that. And that's not at all true. And I think the studio is an example of that. Like no one's being put down. There's no targeted anyone. It's just these are just funny people doing funny things, and that's okay.
I just didn't want to come off as comedy's back, baby. We can say whatever we want.
We could be funny again.
But yeah, it's awesome to see comedies back, and in movies too. You saw the new Naked Gun movie that was supposed to be great, and just like a pure comedy. I think that's really cool, and I'm loving seeing a rise in comedy.
I love just silly movies. I feel like I don't know if you ever watched One of Them Days?
No, I want to watch it, but that is on my list.
It's an incredible movie, and it feels like a return to just like maybe like early 2000s movies where it was like, here's just a funny story, and maybe it doesn't make total sense, and maybe logic doesn't apply to it, and maybe it's not a beautiful, complicated film, but it's incredible, and it's hilarious, and it's so entertaining, and I'm glad that we're sort of doing that more, like with Naked Gun and stuff like
and that. Bottoms, I know a movie that me and you,
yes.
It is one of my favorite comedies of the past ever. I think there's just like a really great return to fun comedies that, like you said, aren't putting people down and aren't like demeaning to certain groups of people. I think that's one of the most jarring things going back and watching like comedy movies from the early 2000s, how much they'll throw around certain words that you would never want to, well, I would never want to say. Some people would love to say those words now. Not me.
I was that's so funny. Just yesterday, because I see clips of it on Twitter all the time, and I'm like, you know what? I should go back and watch 30 Rock. That's a good show. I remember liking that show. It's a funny show. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'm seeing all these clips, and I'm like, man, it's way funnier than I remember. I remember all these parts. So I go back. I didn't even finish the pilot because I was like, wow, I forgot how much of and it's not terrible, and it's like, obviously it's not 30 Rock should be canceled and taken off of everything. It's like, obviously it was very of the time and blah blah blah, but it is hard, it's jarring for sure to go back and see like, oh wow, y'all really just said that with your chest, and we're fine.
That's one of those shows where you have to go back and you have to watch it in a vacuum of being in the late 2000s, because it is a well-made sitcom. It's a very influential sitcom. But like, there are some parts of it where you're like, and you're like, ooh, they said that then.
Yeah. That's the thing is, I'm like every joke, like some of those jokes where they would make, I would be like, this is not as far back as like the wording is making it sound like it might be. But it's still a good show, and like, I just don't think I can continue to rewatch the whole thing. Maybe I'll go back and watch spots of it, episodes that I know are good and digestible in 2025.
Tracy, it is September 22nd, as we've said, as we're recording this. And I don't know about you, but I'm seeing a lot of Halloween decor. And I'm hearing the inevitable conversations of people saying, too early for Halloween, too late for Halloween. I know as we get into November, we're going to hear those same conversations about Christmas. I would love... When do you think it's okay to start decorating for a holiday? Let's say Halloween... But like overall fall decor, when does that go out? When do you start that?
Yeah, let's settle this right now. Let's put some numbers to it, Mark, right here for the people. I'm gonna say I think decorating for fall. I would say fall and / Halloween, middle of September on. Beginning of September is still kind of end of summer to me, and me personally, I want to stretch summer as much as possible. Yeah. But I would say I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think a month leading up to it is pretty much it. But October, just decorating for October just doesn't seem enough. And also fall decorations. What is that, leaves? Come on, you could do that anytime.
Yeah, I agree. I think I go a little earlier on Halloween and fall stuff. I go like, you can start doing it early September, specifically after, was it Labor Day is in September, right? I think after Labor Day weekend, once you're done with that. But I feel like I have to hold that opinion. Because I'm not a big Halloween person, but I love Christmas, and I believe you can start decorating for Christmas November 1st. And if I believe that, then I feel like I have to let Halloween people get their month and a half, 2 months in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's really too like working in a retail store. I'm obviously like Halloween stuff. I started seeing like 3 weeks ago, which is crazy. Before summer was even over. So the retail is a whole other thing though like they'll do it like 8 months before. Costco already has Christmas stuff. Like it's so soon. But as far as personal decorating, I think Labor Day is a good cutoff. And then should we crack open Thanksgiving? I think that you don't really decorate for Thanksgiving.
You can do leaves, you can do pumpkins fall. Maybe you can do like a log, I guess.
Just a big old log.
A whole log.
Just chopped out a tree, shove it on the table.
Here's my deal to all the Halloween heads out there. I'm letting you decorate this early. Come November 1st, I get Christmas. I don't want any complaining.
Yeah, I mean, it's we're united in this opinion that I think you should be able to decorate for Christmas November 1st. I think that the decorations are... Why should I only limit myself to 25 days of enjoying the fun decorations and all of that? 25 just isn't enough. Even if, like, Halloween, you get a full 31, even if you start October 1st. Thanksgiving, what are we really celebrating anymore? Like, I don't know if we have examined the history books and decided if we're still going to carry on this holiday.
Comedy's back, baby. We can celebrate Thanksgiving now.
Yeah.
Woke is dead.
Thanksgiving, notoriously one of the funniest holidays out there. But I don't know. And besides, like, not to be that person or whatever, but people only care about Black Friday anyway. Like, nothing happens on Thanksgiving anyway. You know,
Thanksgiving, it's nice to spend time with family, but, like, I don't know about you, but living on my own, like, you know, you live a few hours from your mom. I live, like, an 8-hour drive from my parents. I'm not going home for Thanksgiving. I'm going to go home for Christmas. I can't go home. I don't have I can't take that much time off.
Yeah, I mean, I used to love Thanksgiving when I feel like if you live around your family, like really close to your family, and you have a big family, Thanksgiving is probably really fun. Like, I remember when we lived in California and had all of our family down there, Thanksgiving would be like one of my favorite holidays because it meant like a massive gathering of family and all this fun, and it was super fun. But then, yeah, as you kind of go off on your own and you're kind of separated from your family more and whatever. I've been getting into Friendsgiving. I love that idea.
Yeah, I'm on board with Friendsgiving. I think that would be fun, right? I would love to celebrate Thanksgiving with you. We've never celebrated Thanksgiving together. I think that's got to be something we change.
We got to do it. Let's make it happen. Let's do it.
Can I tell you about a group of people I don't like? The people that are like, no Halloween decorations till October, no Christmas decorations till November. Have some dang whimsy in your life, man.
I think you mean the people who say no Christmas decorations until December.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. You said November. We're fine with that. To be clear, we're okay with that.
No Christmas decorations till December.
Not until after the day after Thanksgiving, and then you can. That's the earliest you can do it. I don't care. Don't tell me my relationship with Christmas. Okay. We know each other in a way you don't know each other. Okay.
And I want to be able to listen to Christmas music come November 1st. Because Christmas music is great music, and a lot of people go, oh, you know, it is not gimmick music. It is good music. Okay. I'm not joking around here.
And you can only enjoy it for like a certain segment of the year reasonably. Like I do love Christmas music. You know that one of my favorite songs of all time is unfortunately the overplayed one. But I'm not listening to that, in May or whatever. Very, very often. On occasion, I'll admit I have, but not very often. So if I want those 2 months, then those are the only 2 months out of the 12 that I can reasonably listen to it. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it.
No, and it's...
There's no guarantees, Mark. We don't know that we're going to make it to Christmas, okay? So I got to be celebrating every second that I do have.
Yeah. I think that obviously, I feel bad because I've already talked about how I don't like... I'm not a big Halloween guy. And I'm going to hijack this segment and talk about how much I love Christmas. Christmas decorations and the vibe of Christmas is one of the greatest energies in the world. And I think that's why, like, January sucks so much as a month. And I'm saying this as a January birthday. It's because you're crashing from, like, these, like, high spirits. And you're like, oh, man, I wish I was still there. Because then it's just, like, gross and ugly outside. And you don't have the joy of Santa.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard because I feel like once you get into the holiday season, like now through the end of the year, you always have like a big thing to look forward to. Like I'm really looking forward to Halloween, and that'll be a month, and then I'll reasonably look forward to Thanksgiving, and that'll be in another month.
And you'll get your log for Thanksgiving, and
then I'll get my traditional Thanksgiving log, which I of course carve into a beautiful statue and send to my a lucky friend of random choosing. Could be you this year. I don't know. Could be big. And then you have Christmas, and then you have New Year's immediately after, and then what would be the next holiday? Easter, if you celebrated that.
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
I like a St. Patrick's Day. I'll celebrate a thing St. Patrick. I'll make some soda bread, make some corned beef.
Yeah, I'll go crazy. Love corned beef. You go crazy corning up some beef. I cannot tell you about $1.
How early are you decorating for St. Patrick's Day?
I don't. Oh, I was just talking to someone the other day about this. I remember maybe like last year before, we were living in the dorms or whatever, and I thought the idea of buying decorations for each season or holiday was stupid. Like, what do you mean you have like fall towels or Halloween towels and Christmas towels or like a mat or like whatever? Mark, I'm doing it now.
You're doing it?
I got tiny pumpkins all over my apartment. I got a fall wreath with like leaves.
How about a log?
Did I say? I said wreath. I told you the log doesn't happen.
The log is after Halloween.
The log is after Halloween because then I really like to dedicate myself. I block out time every day and I whittle. Mm-hmm. And then right around Thanksgiving, it's ready to ship out.
28 days of whittling. It's like an advent calendar.
Yeah. Exactly. And to be clear, the recipient pays for shipping. I'm not paying for that because it's a gift.
And it's a big log.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be expensive because it is heavy. I don't hollow her out or nothing. I go big and I go heavy.
Mm-hmm. No, I love the idea of that. I don't have the space to store seasonal items still. I wish I did. I've got like a tub of Christmas I've got a tub of Halloween decorations I gotta pull out. I don't know where it is though. It's probably in this closet behind me, but I'm not gonna go through. That's a whole mess in there. I got a mess of pizzazzes in there.
Don't even open that thing.
You got any fall traditions, Tracy?
Not really. I was thinking about it, and I don't like. I was thinking about like the traditional thing, like going to a pumpkin. I can't think of the last time I went to a pumpkin patch, but it made me think I really want to go this year. When was the last time you went to a pumpkin patch?
Last year, I went. My wife's birthday is in October, and they love a pumpkin patch. So we went on their birthday. We went. We fed some alpacas, then we went to the patch.
Oh my God! What a beautiful afternoon that sounds like. Feeding the pacas, and then patching some pumpkins. I would love to go to a pumpkin patch. I've carved pumpkins. Do you carve pumpkins?
Yeah, carved pumpkins.
I still do that pretty much every year.
We didn't carve pumpkins. We did Sharpie pumpkins in our freshman year.
We Sharpie pumpkins, and it resulted in a horrible smell that I truly have never forgotten.
And that smell, it came quick. It was like a quick smell. It was like we left our apartment for maybe 45 minutes, came back, woo!
It's true. That was the worst part. Is it wasn't overnight or anything. It literally was like we looked away from it for 2 seconds, and it was like, I'm rotten. It was so awful, and it reeked.
I'll say this: it wasn't one of our pumpkins. It was one of our other roommates' pumpkins that got rotted. So we were not the problem dorm.
But it was a nice warning because we do like, okay, it's time for ours to go to now, or else I fear.
I guess that's why people hollow out. Well, I guess if you hollow them out, they still rot. But ours were not hollow; they were just full of pumpkins.
They'll eventually. I think the problem too was we kept them in a very, very warm environment. Like we kept them in a hot room with very little circulation, and I think that was the issue. Because when you set them outside in the cold, they last a little bit longer. I think
we also kept them for a long time.
That's true. Well, we were proud of our drawings. Next episode, we should carve some pumpkins together on here.
We should do the next episode from a pumpkin patch. Each of us in our own pumpkin patch.
Yes. Let's do it. Stay tuned, folks.
I don't have any. I would love more fall traditions. I think fall traditions sound so fun. I watch a lot of football in the fall. I
mean, what do other people do? Are there fall traditions?
Yeah, I think some people they go like apple picking. I think apple picking sounds fun. I would love to do apple picking. Probably get some fresh apple juice.
Apple picking is fun. There was a place in California called Apple Hill that we used to go to. That was a tradition, I guess, but it's a tradition for everybody, so it's very basic. But you'd go up there, pick some apples, have some cider. There would be like a million like apple donuts and fritters and cakes and like anything you could make an apple into, they had it, and that was fun. Yeah, so that was an old thing I used to do. So we got to plant a new hill. You and
That's
me
one of those,
start a new Apple Hill.
Up in Spokane, there's a place called Green Bluff, and it's got a bunch of farms. And they've got pumpkin patches and apple, they've got fruit trees that you can go to. People make meat up there. And you just drive from farm to farm and you just like do all the different things. And that was always fun to do. But yeah, I would love, me and you, let's do a pumpkin patch one of these years. One of these fall, when we do Thanksgiving together, we'll do a pumpkin patch together.
Hell, let's start a pumpkin patch together. I mean,
Margaret Tracy's pumpkin farm.
Why not? Let's do it. Then we'd have unlimited pumpkins.
What could go wrong with us and unlimited pumpkins?
no one's ever stopped us from acquiring a large amount of pumpkins before, so I don't think that there'd be any problem, or they would have let us know. But speaking of tradition, obviously pumpkin flavored everything is coming back as it does. What's your opinion on pumpkin flavored thing? You a pumpkin spice kind of guy?
Okay, this is might be my too woke opinion. My anti-woke opinion is comedy's back. My too woke opinion, I think a lot of the pumpkin spice hate is misogyny, because it is very popular with women, and so I think that a lot of the hate for pumpkin spice is rooted in misogyny.
100%.
And so I love pumpkin stuff. It's not my favorite, but I'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy it as a treat, and once or twice a year.
Yeah, I'm coming around on it big time. I used to be a pumpkin spice hater, because I was such a misogynist. But then I saw Barbie and everything got better. But I did used to hate just the flavor of pumpkin, but I've lately been forcing myself to eat a lot of things that I thought I previously didn't like, and then realizing, I formed these opinions as a child, so what do I know? And I'm coming around on it. Coffee, no. I still don't want pumpkin flavored coffee.
Really?
I don't like that.
The coffee shop
but the pie,
I went to, they had a pumpkin spice latte, and it's like a really nice coffee shop, and I was going to get that. But then I went up there, and the barista was a man with a mustache, and I was like, he'll respect me more if I get a flat white. And so I got a flat white instead of a pumpkin spice latte. So
you really think? I feel like if they're a barista, they're gonna. I feel like, again, that's another one of those situations where I feel like they just don't waste time judging people anymore.
No,
or
but
having opinions because of. But I do understand.
I want the barista to think I'm cool, and I feel like the flat white is the most coffee bro type drink, and I'm like, he's gonna think I'm cool for a flat white.
Now tell me what a flat white is. I don't know.
A flat white, it's a smaller drink, typically 4 to 5 to maybe 6 ounces. And it is a double shot of espresso with steamed milk, no foam. Flat white is different than a cappuccino, because a cappuccino is mostly foam, a little bit of milk, and coffee. A flat white is coffee and mostly steamed milk rather than the foam.
Look at that. We're learning something new today. Good to know.
And then a latte is... a latte, cappuccino, and flat white are all the same, but they just have different amounts of... they all have the same amount of... but it's a different amount of foam on each one.
Oh, gotcha.
And so
okay.
That
makes sense.
And then there's obviously iced lattes. I'm not going to get into all that. I could talk for a long time about coffee.
We'll have to do a coffee hour at some point and just wind you up and watch you go.
But next time I go, I'm going to get a flat white. I'm going to be brave. And I'm going to be what's it called when you're strong in your masculinity, not insecure about your masculinity,
I have no idea.
I don't
You
either.
let me know when you figure out what it's called.
What a classically masculine thing to do is to talk about a subject without knowing anything about it. I mean, really.
To say
on a podcast specifically.
Oh my god.
We're the bad guys in the situation.
Mark,
Tracy.
we're those guys. Mm-hmm. Mark, we're those guys.
Oh, wow. Man. It really makes you think.
We gotta end it. We gotta cut the cameras.
Tracy, unfortunately, it is that time where we will be saying farewell. But first, we got some media recommendations, maybe. I got one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do.
Hit us with it, Mark.
It's the artist known as Medium Build. Oh, by the way, I'm thinking about going as the artist formerly known as Mark. I'm thinking about doing that for my new name. We can talk about that later. His name's Medium Build. He makes music. And I saw him. He opened for the band that I went and saw in August. And I've just been listening to more and more of his music. And it's just really fun. His newest song, Last Time, just came out. Give it a listen.
I shall. I'm going to make more of an effort to take your recommendations to heart and try and enjoy them before the next
I tend to not recording. Listen. Whenever you recommend something, my ears go off, and I'm like, oh, man, when are we going to wrap this thing up?
I think we both kind of take turns doing that throughout the past hour, but I think... But I do, because I'm realizing we're just putting these recommendations out there. We need to know if they're working. Yeah. We need to know what our return rate is. So if you've at home have enjoyed a recommendation, let us know so that we can, whichever one of us gets more positive feedback, we're gonna have a pizza party.
Can I give myself a point? I have a buddy who I recommended Bellatro, and he now has, I think, 40 hours in Bellatro. And so I think that's a good point for me.
Okay, Mark's got 1 point. People, come on, help me out. I want that pizza party.
But yeah, listen to his new. I think you might like his newest song, Last Time. I don't think you'll like a whole lot of his music, but I think you'll like some of it. I think you'll.
I'm branching out in my music a lot. I'm realizing that not everything needs to be on shuffle all the time, and I think that's sort of the attitude I had before. Is now I'm branching out and being like, well, this is a playlist of this kind of music.
Yeah.
But before I'm like, I'm going to pick one note so I can just shuffle throughout it all. But I'm being able to appreciate more like The Subway. I love that song, but I don't need that coming up when I'm just driving.
Yeah, I think I'm really good at building playlists for specific moods. And not just like happy sad, like I like specific, like a specific type of sad. I can nail a playlist about a specific type of sad or happy.
A specific type of sad. That's impressive. Yeah, I want to start doing that and building more like specific ones, because I just have one playlist that's just like bop, and that's the only mood we got. So I'm trying to do that a little bit more.
What do you have to recommend to us today, Tracy?
Oh, Mark, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm late to the trend, but I'm unhealthily obsessed. The only media of any form that I've really had to focus for in the last 2 weeks since I've been introduced to it was K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm obsessed. I'll admit I was a hater when I first heard of it. I go, K-pop Demon Hunters, that's not something I'm going to enjoy. That doesn't sound good. And then I watched it, and it truly is top 5 movies for me right now. It's really, really good. I think it's the perfect movie. I think it's easily the best animated musical I've ever seen. Really? Because all of the songs feel like genuine songs. They don't feel like songs made for a movie. They feel like songs that just happen to be in a movie.
I keep hearing good things about it, and it's from people I respect and trust, and so I'm gonna have to watch it sometime. But I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out as much as I can.
Mark, if nothing else, you need to watch it just to be a part of the overall. I'm devastated that I took so long to watch it, so I missed out on the larger conversation going on with it. It's so fun, and the animation style, I think, is if nothing else, it'll be something that you watch and you go, I just love the animation, because it is very impressive, and it's something like it's another one. It reminds me of Spider-Verse in the way that, man, I haven't seen a movie that looks like this ever.
I think
so. I really enjoy that.
Spider-Verse is cool because it has fully changed the base of what animation is. Now every animated movie that comes out looks like Spider-Verse, and if it doesn't, it's stylized. Yeah,
I feel like when Spider-Verse came out, everybody was like, "Oh, we don't all have to look the same. Like like these movies don't all have to look as realistic as possible, or they don't all have to fit like the sort of Disney mold that I think started coming up."
And then everything just took Spider-Verse.
Yeah, and now everything's like branching out more. Like, I don't know if you ever saw that movie Flow. Like, that had such a unique animation style, I think. And yeah, so I appreciate seeing that. But yeah, K-pop Demon Hunter, I can't stop listening to the music. I've watched the movie 4 times now. I can't stop. It's too good.
Another media rec that I'm just starting to mess around with today. Tracy, I don't know if you know this about me, but one of my favorite video games of all time is Skate 3. And for like a decade at this point, I've wanted the new Skate game to come out, and it finally did. And it is so much fun, dude. It is genuinely one of the most fun skateboarding games I've ever played. It is one of the best open worlds I've ever played. It is just such a chill, put some music on and go skate and do flips, and it's stylized. I think it looks really cool, and it's free also.
I didn't know it was free. That's amazing.
It is free on PlayStation right now.
Oh, I'll have to get it. I was hearing mixed things about it. I was hearing some not so good reviews about it, so I'm surprised to hear such high praise. But I'm more excited for it.
I think what it did really well is there's 2 options for controls. You can do their new control scheme, or you can do the original Skate controls. And so if you've played Skate 3 before, it is so easy to just jump in there, and it feels like it's just Skate 3, but with newer graphics and a new environment.
I did play the hell out of Skate 3, so I'll have to, especially now that I know it's free.
Let's skate together, brother.
After how yes. Listen, we've always said we should do it. We've always said we got to skate together, but we lack the coordination to do it in person. So we'll have to do it in a virtual form. After the money I spent on Borderlands, I couldn't be buying another game, but now that I know it's free,
you gotta get it, brother. Can we roller skate together? I think that would be something we could do.
Yeah, I could roller. I'm good. I'm a really good roller skater, Mark. I used to roller skate.
I never have done it, and so, but I think I'd be really bad at it. So that could be a fun dynamic, as you're really good and I'm just always falling.
I have seen you fall in an exorbitant amount compared to my other friends, I will say.
I will say this. You have in the past said I am weirdly athletic, where I can do weirdly athletic things and not fall, but I will fall just walking, and so maybe roller skating will fall into that category.
You do have remarkable hand-eye coordination for very specific tasks.
Mm-hmm.
But sort of if I ask you to just walk in a straight line, that's sort of where you crumble. It's sort of like that thing of where like geniuses are like really smart about one thing but can't carry a normal conversation. I think that's you, but for, moving.
Using my body.
Doing basic things in your body.
Oh, well, Tracy.
Yeah.
It's time we say farewell, but not yet, because we're going to play a little round of Same Brain.
Okay.
And I've got a word if you do.
Yeah, okay. I have one.
3, 2, 1. Purify.
Cup, purify.
Oh, I think you have something here and I don't. Okay.
It came to me instantly.
3.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just see where we are.
2,
1.
Cup.
Water.
Oh, I said cup. I meant to say air.
You said cup again.
I meant to say air. Air, water.
Air and water.
3.
Ooh. Wait, hold on.
It's so easy, dude. Brother, it's so easy. There's 1.
Air and water. Okay, I have 2 in my head, though. That's the problem, is there's not just 1. There's 2 in my head.
Come on.
Okay, I got it. No, I got
3,
it. Okay.
2, 1. Element.
Earth. Oh, see, I thought you were doing the other element. I thought that's what we were doing.
Okay, we've got 1 more. Element and earth.
I mean, I have 1, but...
Okay, I got something. 3, 2, 1. Bender.
Rock.
Ah.
Bender?
Like water bender, air bender, or, earth bender, like from Avatar. A show that you love.
Yeah, but my thought would have been Bender, but I do see where you go with that. It was just funny to just hear Bender.
Bender going crazy on the earth.
Yeah, Bender. That's what I was like, oh, okay, sure. Or the robot from Futurama. Like, I don't...
All right.
Oh, man. Okay. We didn't get... Was that our last one? Was that where we
can do one more if we want.
What's it? Yeah, it's our show. We can... Look, I think what... Okay, Bender.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I say?
Rock.
Bender and rock.
I don't got it.
No, call it. No,
all right.
No, call it. We just didn't get it, and that's okay.
White flag. Thank you all so much for watching, listening, I don't know, being here, I guess. We'll be back in 2 weeks, but until next time, see ya.
Farewell.